All right, so today what we're doing is we are doing a fluid applied sill pan for our windowsills. And I've got the family here helping. And here, I'll show you what we've done. Well, I'll show you what we're doing. We've got, flip the camera around, we're masking off just so it looks pretty. I don't know, hopefully we'll stay consistent with doing this. Hey, Owen. And then what Amy and Alex are doing are they're applying this Prosoco R-Guard, which is like a liquid flashing product. What we're doing is we're using these Bondo scrapers, kind of flexible, and we're creating a pan, a waterproof pan, so that when water, if water and when water gets back into our windowsill, it doesn't hit wood and soak in. Also, I've got about a 3/16 1/4 slope on our sill here, so water should shed out fast anyway. But we're gonna do this sill pan, this liquid flash sill pan, and then we'll tape above it with zip tape. And that way we don't have to use the stretch tape, which is a lot more. I think it's gonna end up costing a lot more. It takes more labor to do this, but it is cheaper in material, at least I'm thinking that's the case. We'll find out in reality if that's the case. So anyway, that's what they're doing. And then this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. So that will go there, and then we'll put our zip tape over top of that when it's all said and done. And after this is set up, it's gonna take a day or so. Don't touch it, bud. It's gonna take some time to set up, but then we'll come back and wrap it up. All right. We'll put the camera on time lapse while they do this one. I know I've already said this, but the primary reason that we're doing this Prosoco R-Guard is because while I would have loved to have used zip stretch tape, the cost per foot was so expensive that I just could not afford to do that. And so we decided to use this Prosoco R-Guard, which actually worked out really well. And it still accomplishes the same thing of being a single monolithic pan without breaks, without seams. So it accomplishes the same thing ultimately, and it actually did truly save us money in the end. All right, so wanted to run through what we're doing with our window insulation. So we are doing a liquid flash. We're using a Prosoco R-Guard as our liquid flash sill pan here, our sill. And then we're wrapping our openings with zip tape. And then coming over here, we are putting our windows in with a bead of caulk on the left, right, and top sides, leaving the bottom open. And then we're gonna wrap that with zip tape, the sides first and then the head we'll put in, and then later we'll do a head flashing, metal flashing, and that is what it looks like all taped up. And we're using the Pella Impervia windows, which are fiberglass, a fiberglass window, and so far really like them. Amy and I decided from the very beginning, rather than putting the casements right next to each other with no trim detail in between, we wanted this break in each window so that we could have a trim detail on the exterior and the interior, which creates a nice look, but it also creates more detail work that has to be done. You have to, rather than having a single window here where I could just plop a whole window in, I had to make sure every window was spaced perfectly, level to each other perfectly, which, I mean, is important. And no matter what, when you have windows next to each other, they have to be level with each other, or the trim or the stucco, whatever it is going to look bad if you don't do that. But that definitely created some additional thought processes that we had to go through when installing these windows.
Nationalism becomes a issue. These are national churches. The problem in Ukraine is that there are now two national churches, with one of the
Here, I'm doing the Prosoco R-Guard product on all the sills here of all the upper windows, just like you saw us doing on the front windows. All right, well, hello everyone. What we've been doing is wrapping up window installation around the house. I still have several windows to get to. I've got these windows, and I'm gonna be doing these two first, and then the outer four, after. So those I'm gonna wait on help for. And then I've got my master bedroom and master bathroom windows, and then we're done. So that's where we're at. It's coming along well. Today we got these 3 windows in here, that bathroom and those 2 guest bedroom windows, and then there was a replacement dining room window den window that I put in today. So if there's time, I'll get the rest of these windows in over the master bathroom area, and then tomorrow, if I can get some help, maybe we'll do the master bedroom. And then the big windows that I'll be waiting for help on are these. And then the slider. Man, the slider is gonna be a beast. Not sure how that's gonna happen, but we'll figure it out, I know that. All right, stick along. Talk to you soon, bye. Well, this section, I had hoped to get more content on these windows. We already got the upper windows in, and this next window, we only got a portion of the install because my camera died mid-install. But this window was almost 400 pounds, or maybe it was even a little over 400 pounds, and it was a beast to get in. I had 2 friends, my brother-in-law and my pastor out there helping me, plus my wife and my father-in-law, all helping make this happen, and it was definitely a team effort. We got it in, nothing got broken, and that worked out well. I want to walk through the place and show you where we've got windows, what we've done, and how we've kind of value engineered, as they say in the industry, our house. All right, so here in the garage, we have 2 windows here, and then we have 3 windows here. And we could have made those all operable windows, but since we have egress through a door over here, and then we have the main door, there doesn't need to be egress through windows. So we have a way to get out. So those are all fixed glass windows. That saved us a few $100s on each window. Here in this room, we have 1 operational window and 1 fixed window. And that's what we did in every room except for the master. Those windows are both operable. And then in the kitchen, both of those windows open as well. I suspect we really won't be using those windows very often, except maybe just to get fresh air in although I will be having a fresh air system that will bring in fresh air, so we shouldn't have too much stale air. These are both, that's operable, and one of these is operable here. And then basically what we did is we did casements, a combination of operable casements and fixed, so one in each, like I said. And then here in this living space, the only operable windows, there's this one and this one. Looking back, I may not have even done that. I may have just made these all fixed windows, since we have a Pella slider here, big 12-foot by 8-foot tall. Doesn't seem so big in the picture, in the camera here, but it is a nice big slider, so I'm really excited to get that in. We'll be doing that in the future. We'll make a video of that. Front door is not Pella. Front door I ordered from a company in Houston, and I'll be picking that up actually end of next week. And then we're gonna have windows here that I'm gonna be ordering, basically tempered glass panels that are just fixed, and then I'll build my own frames for those. I wanted to be able to do exactly a certain thing and not have to deal with figuring out how to make it work with Pella. So that's another way that I'm gonna save some money, is that I'm gonna build my own frames for those. We'll see how much money savings there actually is in that. So yeah, we've got, I think, about 40 windows. Now this is a room where we did value engineer the entire window opening. So it looks kind of like two casements in a way, but it's really just a sliding window. And there's only one window on this wall. So it's the only window that is a sliding, but it saved us about, I think $800 just for that one area. So it was totally worth it. And it's, again, not something that's gonna get opened all that often. I'm not really worried about it. Well, now let me show you a boo-boo that we made. This is our schoolroom, game room / theater room. So this is gonna be like a theater room, and I'm hoping to eventually build like a little platform, have a projector screen in front of the windows that can kind of raise and lower. And then that's the future, but this is the schoolroom area here. Here's my mistake, or something I should have thought of. These windows are way too low to the ground. My wife doesn't love it, scares her, spooks her, and I get it. And I would know, if this was a client, I would feel bad that I had done that. We would have to figure another solution out. But I like the look of the windows from the outside, so we're gonna leave it, and then we're gonna figure out some way to kind of keep kids from goofing around out there. I don't know, I just don't like how low to the ground they are. But it's the best we could do. I like the height of these here. This is a good height. And downstairs I liked higher. That way we can still have cabinetry under. That's one thing you need to consider when you're designing your window layout. This house had originally spec'd out 6-foot tall windows for every room. And the problem with that is that it would have brought all my windows down so low that if I had like a hutch or a desk or a dresser, nightstand, anything like that, it would have been, the window would have been below that height. And so while I understand that the modern approach is to do taller, longer windows, I just didn't like it. So it's my house, I can do what I want, right? Well, anyway, I think that's all I wanted to share with you right now. I guess one other thing I was gonna mention is that what we did with our waterproofing, again, was we used a combination of waterproofing techniques where we built our sill pan out of this Prosoco R-Guard, which is a great product. It's super sticky. When it's warm, it works great. When it's cold, it is not fun to work with. So if you can get some sun, that is the best time to work with it. And so we made a sill pan, waterproof sill pan out of that. So it's basically a monolithic system there. So there's no breaks or divisions in that. And then we pre-flashed the sides, put our window in, and then we flash taped again around the frame of the window. Then we put our head flashing on, made sure to put our head flashing on, and then put the vertical pieces of zip tape over top of that so that we get our water shedding action going on everywhere. So we did that here as well. And I'm sorry about this video for the this big slider. Man, my camera died and I heard it die as we were putting the window in place, and that window was so heavy. Man, that was heavy. I guess it doesn't even look like a gigantic window, but the upper window, that was heavy too, but it was not nearly as heavy as the lower one, and getting that up was a nightmare. All that to say, there was no chance that I was gonna go in and replace the battery while we were all working on that. But that's it. There's our window update. And we'll definitely, we're working on other things like electrical and HVAC now, and plumbing, getting that dialed in. So I've got future videos on all those things, so stay tuned. And I hope this video is helpful for those of you who are maybe considering Pella windows. These are fiberglass Pella windows, and I really like them. They're good quality. I think that's it. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching these videos. If you aren't currently a subscriber, it'd be really helpful if you hit that subscribe button and join us for more content. Have a great day, and join us next time for more videos from us here, Built on the Rock. Bye.